Lewis Elaine for this next race. He needs time to regroup. The Xfinity Men's 100 is next up. That world record still stands from 2009. Usain Bolt's 9:58. Tyson Gay's got that record also from 2009, 9:69. But let's start to introduce people to folks who might be in that Olympic final. Let's start with Tebogo of Botswana.
If you're going to watch Paris, you need to learn this name. Letsile Tebogo of Botswana. He got bronze and silver last year at Worlds. What has he done this year? 300-meter world record to start his season. He then runs 44.2 for a world lead in the 400. That's still fourth. And then he runs 1971. That's still the second best time in the world for 200. So he is a complete sprinter, probably more like Usain Bolt than anybody we've seen since, because he can run 1, 2, and the 400.
And we always talk about Jamaican sprinters, and Akeem Blake came here to L.A. and kind of surprised everyone by winning last year.
Yeah, over Christian Coleman, the 2019 world champion, as well as eventual U.S. champion Cravon Charleston. So his personal best 9:89 is on this track, but he has his hands full here with Tebogo, who also ran some 43 splits at the World Relays recently. So good luck against that guy in lane 5.
As we saw in that women's race, a little bit of a headwind against these athletes here. So not about time so much as performance here. Let's keep an eye on Tebogo, 20 years of age.
Oh boy.
And we're not going to get this one off without a judgment from the officials here.
How well did Tebogo run at the World Championships last year? If you go back and watch the race, Noah Lyles had to lean hard to overtake Tebogo for that gold last year at the World Championships. So here's another look. Yeah, and there was a big flinch. That would be Blake in 6. So last year's winner. Look, they threw out Jasmine Camacho Quinn, and she's Olympic champion. Blake doesn't have an Olympic medal. So his chances are looking good.
And Otto, for those who are kind of reintroducing themselves to the sport, what are they looking for? The blocks do have sensors on them, but what is the judgment here?
Well, in this case, if you flinch, and it's a hard flinch like we had in the women's hurdles, that obviously can't happen. There is room if it's a flinch, but you don't go past the line. They can say, hey, you know, come up and hold steady. I don't know how egregious this was, but you see the officials here conferring, and that's what they're trying to decide. It's like, did Blake move enough to throw him out, or are we going to just give him a reprieve and a warning? Remember, Paul, this rule was supposed to save time on television.
Well, they're making that long walk over. We saw this in the women's hurdles.
Yeah, he's out.
And to update that women's hurdles, Jasmine Camacho Quinn ran under protest, and then that protest was rescinded, and she actually finished 4th in the race, so she got a legitimate result. It doesn't even look like Blake is going to contest this.
Nope.
As he is leaving the field of play here, and so we'll have that vacant lane next to Tebogo in 6, and that makes our favorite even more of one.
Yeah, his job just got a lot easier, no doubt. So there'll be an empty lane in between Tebogo and Kyrie King. Kyrie King's been running well this year, 10:02. And I'm going to say it every 100. A high schooler still leads the 100-meter world rankings. Shout out to Christian Miller, 993 from April. Nobody's beaten it yet.
Also give King a lot of credit. He was down in the Bahamas a couple weeks ago with Team USA. They got all of their relay squads, 4x1s, 4x4s, and the mixed 4x4s into Paris. And now he races at 100 meters. We'll keep our eye on Tebogo in the middle of the track. He's upright, but he's got some room here, and he's going to have to chase down King, who's out there next to him, and Tebogo's not going to win this race. As Kyrie King kind of stops quickly, and you can see that intensity. I think this is a big win for him as he wins in 10:11.
Yeah, Tebogo looked like he wasn't that interested at all, did he? Very lethargic out of the blocks, and then King was next to him the whole time, and he never seemed like he was in a big hurry to get to that line. Kyrie King is 3rd from the left, and he got out well, and then this is the part of the 100 where it becomes a fight. He had to fight off Tebogo, and he was able to do that. So Kyrie King comes and pulls the upset over the World Championship silver medalist. But you better believe that Tebogo is going to be a factor in Paris. But King making his case and helping his confidence as he gets ready for the U.S. Olympic trials in 34 days' time.
Tebogo is expected to be part of that group in Eugene next week for the Prefontaine Classic, along with Kenny Bednarek and Christian Coleman and others. But Kyrie King takes the win here, and he's with Lewis.
Why don't you share with us? The emotion here we're hearing out of Kyrie is not about the race. What's in your heart?
I found out my grandpa passed last week, so I'm from here. He lived here, so it was real hard for me to come out here without being able to see him and come to the race. So I just wanted to dedicate that race to him.
How did you channel his energy, his love for you, his spirit into the run today?
I mean, I just wanted to do my best, and I wanted to see what I could do and make him proud. He's always proud of me as long as I try my best, so that's what I want to do.
You did that today, and condolences on that, and we'll look forward to seeing you down the road, okay?
Appreciate it.
You're all right.
As King mentioned, he's from Ontario, California. A big win today, and Granddad would be so very proud.